Welcome to my channel Valuable Coins, All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. In the vast world of American coinage, some coins stand out not only for their design, but for the fascinating stories they carry with them. Among these, the Eisenhower $1 coin from 1971 holds a unique place in history. It's big, bold, and brimming with character. A true piece of American legacy that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts all over the world. But what makes this coin so special? And how could a simple piece of metal become something worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? To understand the significance of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar, we first need to step back and look at the time in which it was created. The year was 1971. The United States was navigating a rapidly changing world. The Vietnam War was still ongoing. The space race was in full swing, and the American people were feeling the impact of both political tension and technological triumph. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint decided to honor one of the most respected military leaders and presidents in American history, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower was more than just the 34th president of the United States. He was a five-star general in the United States Army during World War II and served as supreme commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force in Europe. His leadership helped turn the tide of the war, and his presidency saw a period of relative peace and prosperity. It made perfect sense to commemorate his legacy with a coin that was just as commanding and bold as he was. Enter the Eisenhower dollar. It was the first dollar coin issued by the U.S. Mint since the peace dollar ended in 1935. For over 3 decades, Americans had grown used to paper dollars, and the reintroduction of a coin of this size and weight was a notable event. The Eisenhower dollar was the largest dollar coin ever issued for general circulation without a silver composition. With a diameter of 38.1 millimeters and weighing in at over 22 grams, it made a statement every time it changed hands. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of President Eisenhower, designed by Frank Gasparo, who was also responsible for the Lincoln Memorial Cent, and the reverse of the Kennedy half-dollar. His rendering of Eisenhower is stoic and statesmanlike, capturing the strength and dignity of the man behind the name. But it's the reverse of the coin that really captures the imagination. The iconic image of an eagle landing on the moon, a design inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. This was not just a tribute to Eisenhower, but also a salute to America's achievements in space, linking military strength with scientific advancement. Now, while millions of Eisenhower dollars were minted and circulated, not all were created equal. The 1971 issue, in particular, saw several varieties and striking errors that became highly desirable among collectors. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, it's the Philadelphia minted 1971 Eisenhower dollars, the ones without a mint mark, that have garnered the most attention. Why? Because during the early runs of production, several coins were struck using prototype or experimental dies. These early strikes produced coins with clearer details, sharper lines, and sometimes with slight design variations or errors that made them unique. Known as Type 1 or prototype coins by collectors, these rare varieties can be incredibly valuable depending on their condition and features. One of the most sought-after aspects of any collectible coin is its condition. Grading plays a massive role in the value of a coin, with pristine examples commanding exponentially higher prices than those with wear and tear. Coins that have been preserved in mint state, especially those that have been professionally graded and authenticated, can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. And when a coin is not only in mint condition but also features a rare strike, die variety, or an error, that's when you're entering the realm of serious money. Over the years, more and more collectors have begun to appreciate the artistry and significance of the Eisenhower dollar. For a long time, it was overlooked, seen as too modern, too large, or too common. But today, there's a growing movement to reevaluate these coins, not just as currency, but as historical artifacts. They tell a story of a changing America, of a proud military leader, and of a nation reaching for the stars. And now, the moment everyone's been waiting for. What is the true value of a 1971 Eisenhower dollar today? Well, while the majority of these coins in average circulated condition are worth only a couple of dollars, there are exceptions. Certain rare varieties, especially those from early prototype dies or ones struck in exceptionally high grades, have shocked the numismatic world with their value. In fact, one such 1971 Eisenhower dollar sold at auction for an astonishing $222,000. That's right. A coin that many might have dismissed as pocket change has become one of the most valuable and talked about pieces in American coin collecting. It's a reminder that history can be hiding in the most ordinary places, even in the palm of your hand. So next time you come across an old coin, whether it's an Eisenhower dollar or something else, take a closer look. You never know what stories or value it might be hiding. And if you happen to have a 1971 Eisenhower dollar sitting in a drawer somewhere, it might be worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most intriguing coins, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Until next time, keep collecting and keep discovering the hidden treasures of history. Top 2. There's something deeply fascinating about coins. Each one tells a story, not just of currency, but of a country's history, its leaders, its moments of pride, and sometimes its mistakes. In the rich timeline of American coins, there is one that continues to surprise collectors and spark interest with its massive size, bold design, and hidden value. The Eisenhower $1 coin from 1972. At first glance, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar may seem like just another coin from the past. It's large, made from copper nickel clad, and proudly bears the face of Dwight D. Eisenhower, a five-star general, World War II hero, and 34th President of the United States. But beneath that simple exterior lies a fascinating piece of numismatic history that has, over time, become one of the most discussed coins in the modern era of American minting. The Eisenhower dollar was the first $1 coin minted by the United States since the peace dollar was discontinued in 1935. When production resumed in 1971, it wasn't just about filling a gap in circulating currency. It was a tribute. Dwight D. Eisenhower had passed away in 1969, and the nation wanted to honor his legacy. The coin would not only commemorate his service as a soldier and a president, but it would also celebrate America's historic moon landing, which had occurred just 2 years earlier. What made the Eisenhower dollar stand out from previous coins was its size and symbolism. It measured 38.1 millimeters in diameter, nearly the size of a silver dollar. And on the reverse side, it featured a powerful image of an American bald eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, with the Earth visible in the background. This dramatic image was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission patch, connecting Eisenhower's leadership with the ultimate American achievement, landing a man on the moon. While the first Eisenhower dollars were released in 1971, it was the 1972 series that introduced something unexpected, something that would capture the attention of coin experts and collectors for decades to come. That year, the Philadelphia Mint, the main mint that struck coins without a mint mark, produced 3 different reverse varieties of the Eisenhower dollar. These are known today as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. Now, most Americans at the time wouldn't have noticed the difference. After all, the changes were subtle, slight variations in the geography of the Earth as shown behind the eagle. But for collectors, these differences meant everything. It was a rare moment when a circulating coin was unintentionally released with distinct variations. And that opened the door for value, serious value. Let's dive a bit deeper into these types. The Type 1 reverse featured Earth with low relief and sharply defined islands. This design was mainly used in the early part of 1972. The Type 3, used later in the year, had much better detail and became the standard for future mintings. But the real star of the show was the Type 2, the rarest and most mysterious of them all. It's believed that the Type 2 die was actually an unused reverse intended for proof coins, and only a very limited number made it into circulation. It features a weak, almost ghostly outline of the Earth with very little definition. Spotting one is like finding treasure. What makes the 1972 Type 2 Eisenhower dollar so legendary is just how few were made. It's estimated that only a few thousand of them were struck. a tiny number compared to the millions of other Eisenhower dollars produced. Finding one is incredibly rare, and finding one in excellent condition? That's when things get exciting. As with all valuable coins, condition is everything. Coins that have been well preserved, never circulated, or professionally graded in top mint state condition can command enormous prices. Collectors and investors are constantly on the hunt for high-grade examples of the Type II 1972 Eisenhower dollar, often going through thousands of coins just for a glimpse of that elusive low-relief Earth design. But rarity is only part of the equation. There's also the emotional and historical connection. This coin represents the intersection of two great American achievements: the military strength and leadership of Dwight D. Eisenhower and the technological triumph of the moon landing. It's not just a coin. It's a symbol of America's pride, courage, and innovation. For decades, the Eisenhower dollar was somewhat overlooked. It was big, bulky, and not widely used in everyday transactions. Many ended up in drawers, jars, and forgotten boxes in attics. But as collectors started to dig deeper, they began to realize that some of these coins, especially from 1972, were far more special than anyone had imagined. And now we come to the question that's been on everyone's mind. Just how much is a 1972 Eisenhower dollar worth today? Well, for most of them, the value is modest, a couple of dollars depending on condition. But the rare Type II variety in exceptional mint state, verified by professional graders and preserved in stunning detail, has shattered expectations. One particular 1972 Eisenhower dollar, a true gem in every sense of the word, made headlines when it sold for a jaw-dropping amount. Not just hundreds, not just thousands, but $211,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that once sat in someone's pocket, barely noticed for decades, is now one of the most prized treasures in American numismatics. It's a powerful reminder that hidden value can be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes history lives in the smallest of objects. So, if you've got a collection of old coins lying around, it might be worth taking a closer look. You never know what secrets are waiting to be discovered. That old Eisenhower dollar might just be your ticket to a piece of history, and maybe even a fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow collectors and curious minds. And remember, in the world of coins, it's not just about what you see, it's about what you know. Keep exploring and keep your eyes open. Your next big discovery might just be a coin away. Top 3. Every coin has a story, but some stories are more surprising than others. The Eisenhower $1 coin from 1974 is one of those coins that many people remember seeing, maybe even holding, yet few truly understand the treasure that it can be. On the surface, it might look like just another large, heavy coin from the past. But as we dig deeper, you'll see that the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is far more than just pocket change. It's a piece of American legacy that, under the right conditions, can be worth a life-changing amount of money. To truly appreciate the 1974 Eisenhower dollar, we have to take a step back and look at why it was created in the first place. The Eisenhower Dollar series was launched in 1971 to honor the memory of Dwight D. Eisenhower, a towering figure in American history. As the Supreme Allied Commander during World War II and later the 34th President of the United States, Eisenhower's legacy was one of strength, leadership, and unity. After his passing in 1969, the U.S. Mint decided that a new dollar coin bearing his image would serve as a fitting tribute. Unlike previous silver dollars, the Eisenhower coin was designed with modern minting in mind. It was large and bold, featuring a powerful left-facing profile of Eisenhower on the obverse. But it was the reverse that added another layer of American pride, an eagle landing on the moon, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. It symbolized not only military achievement, but also the country's extraordinary reach into space. A coin that brought together war heroes and space pioneers. What could be more American? By 1974, the Eisenhower dollar had been in circulation for a few years. It was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and came in a variety of finishes, including standard circulation strikes and special collector versions in proof or uncirculated quality. Millions were made, and for the average person, the coin became a curiosity, often saved as a keepsake because of its size and design. But within the 1974 issue, a few special varieties slipped through the cracks, and that's where things get very interesting. The 1974 Eisenhower Dollar might seem like just another year in the series, but it is home to some truly unique characteristics that collectors now hunt for with determination. One of the most important factors is the coin's condition. Most of the 1974 Eisenhower dollars saw circulation. They were exchanged, spent, dropped, and handled like any other coin. As a result, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition today is significantly harder than it sounds, especially those that have not been scratched, worn, or dulled over time. And then, there's the matter of mint errors, accidental imperfections that happen during the production of a coin. These might include off-center strikes, doubled dies, or misaligned planchets. While they were never intended to leave the mint, a handful always managed to make it into circulation. For Eisenhower dollars, and especially for the 1974 release, these mint errors have become some of the most sought-after versions on the market. Collectors pay close attention to small details: the precision of the lettering, the sharpness of the eagle's wings, the clarity of Eisenhower's features. Any variation from the norm could indicate a rare and valuable mistake. Combine that with high-grade condition, and you have a coin that could attract serious attention in the numismatic world. Another point of interest lies in the 1974 silver-clad versions, minted in San Francisco. Unlike the standard copper-nickel-clad coins used for circulation, these special issues contained 40% silver and were created for collectors. While not all of them are worth a fortune, certain high-grade examples, especially those with cameo or deep cameo finishes, have been auctioned for eye-popping amounts. It's all about rarity, condition, and market demand. And when those stars align, the results can be astonishing. You see, in the world of coin collecting, value isn't just based on age. It's about how rare the coin is, how well it's been preserved, whether it has any unique mint errors, and of course, what collectors are willing to pay. Sometimes, the most overlooked coins turn out to be the most valuable. And that's exactly what happened with one specific 1974 Eisenhower dollar that turned heads across the numismatic community. For years, collectors have been searching for the perfect Eisenhower dollar from 1974. Some have been found in sealed mint sets, others in forgotten coin rolls hidden away in closets and attics. But among them, one coin stood out: a 1974 Eisenhower dollar, preserved in flawless condition, showing exceptional detail and bearing a highly rare minting characteristic, was submitted for professional grading. It received one of the highest possible grades, confirming its status as a near-perfect specimen. Bidders lined up for a chance to own it, and when the auction hammer finally dropped, the world of coins was left stunned. That single 1974 Eisenhower dollar sold for an incredible amount, $202,000. That's right. A coin that originally had a face value of $1 was purchased for a sum that could buy a luxury car, a house in many places, or cover college tuition several times over. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes, what looks like loose change might actually be a hidden treasure. So, the next time you come across a coin, whether it's in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or tucked away in a family collection, don't be so quick to dismiss it. Especially if it's a 1974 Eisenhower dollar. It could be more than just a memory of the past. It could be your future surprise. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the incredible history behind everyday objects, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. There's a whole world of value waiting to be discovered, one coin at a time.